People of the internet, it is I, VannKraken. Welcome to a barely Friday night World of Warships Legends stream. We just barely came in under the gun here. Had some technical problems if you saw the stream flash on earlier. I apologize if you were here and gone. So this may be me, myself, and I doing some play-by-play on some Legends games tonight, but I had some controller issues. I play on my Xbox and managed to have to disconnect my controller. My Windows PC forgot my settings for my controller and had a really hard time reinstalling it until I went back to the Xbox with the controller, wiped the firmware, reinstalled the firmware on the controller, and then it would finally recognize and pair with my PC. So, damn you, Bill Gates. I guess I can't really blame Bill Gates anymore. But anyway, hey, we made it. It's going to be hopefully an hour and a half stream at least, if our technical stuff holds together with a Band-Aid and some rubber bands. Honestly, true rubber bands tonight. Hey, Moist, good to see you. Yeah, I didn't intend to be on this late. I intended to be on about an hour and a half ago, but I had technical problems. So we have done absolutely nothing this entire week. I'm sitting, as you can see, on square one of endurance trials. So it's looking like we'll be on tonight and most likely tomorrow night, trying to get some stuff done and knocked out. I've got a little bit of a buffer with regard to the renown that I need, because I got at least one of the hard mode things done, and I can get another one done hopefully before the end of this event. So if we don't finish the whole week, we don't finish, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. And I have a new controller set up, hopefully. That's working. So, hope you're doing well, Moist. You're up kind of late, probably, right? It's late for you. So, if you're not around for very long, just around to say hello. I appreciate you stopping by at all. It's just one of those nights. I don't give up on things easily, but I was super close to just saying, screw it tonight. And punting and saying I may not make it work this week for the event, but we're going to go ahead and start off. We need ship XP. We're going to jump in and make this happen. This could be some of the worst World of Warships that you've ever seen. 1236. Oh, that's right. You're Panhandle, right? So you probably fall back into Central Time. Aha. I thought you were full Eastern, but maybe not. Is that right? So you're an hour ahead of me, which isn't terrible. Okay, all right, you guys. Hey, let me know, Moist, if you want to count in, if you're going to be around for a little bit. We are planning tonight on picking up a theme of what we've been doing for the last 2 weeks of streams during Element of Choice. Panhandle, Gulf of Mexico. Okay, that explains it. I've never been to that part of Florida, actually, so I couldn't comment on the Pensacola area. Just been an Orlando dweller. Shock, right? So what we've been doing, you guys, is campaign ships. We've done campaign ships from 2019, from 2020, and tonight we're going to play some of the campaign ships from 2021, as well as some other ships. This year we've had Siegfried, we've had Ochakov, we've had Suzuya, Champagne, ZF6. I'm not Canadian. I just play Canadian on TV. Piotr Bagration, and we are in the midst of Loyang and Friesland. I personally want Friesland, so I want to make this work. I want to get this stuff done. So let's fire it up. We're going to go into standard mode. Obviously, we're going to earn XP a lot faster than in regular mode. And we've been grinding North Carolina, and we want to continue doing that. So we're going to warm up in a battleship here. We're going to drop a triple ship XP booster. It's not going to earn as much XP as if we were running a premium ship, but let's make it work. You're in Division 1. We'll count in a little bit. Okay. Oh, you're in Division 1 in Weekend League on FIFA? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know if you're a FIFA person. Or a Division 1 on a different game. Like, sorry, it's probably a FPS. I'm thinking of Zai. Zai is another FIFA player. I know that. Alright, guys. I am VannKraken. I've played this crazy World of Warships game for Gosh, 6 years Thanksgiving. It's the 6-year anniversary of World of Warships PC. Been doing Legends since the alpha test. Moist has a friend that has Missouri. I have Missouri on PC from my original PC account, but it's going to be a long time before I get it on Legends. It just doesn't seem as exciting to try to get it on Legends and spend all that time grinding steel in the other game modes, so I have not put a lot of effort into it, just to be honest. But kudos to whoever has put in the work and time to get that boat. It's fully deserved to have some excitement and drive around it and have people go ooh and ah for a while. Though I'm personally not the world's biggest Iowa fan, so an Iowa with radar and slightly different gun handling doesn't necessarily excite me. I personally like this ship better. On PC, it's always been, until recently when they re-released Missouri, the fact that you were really, really unique if you had one of the originally minted Missouris with incredible economic benefits on silver and XP earnings. I don't think the Missouri here on Legends is going to be nearly as lucrative a ship as the one that's been on PC, the original issue. Obviously, lots of controversy about the re-release of Missouri of late, how it was going to be done, and loot crates only. Hey, Free Time, good to see you. I'm doing okay, man. I had a stream blip earlier, probably about an hour and a half ago on YouTube. So I tried to get a stream off the ground. I decided to try to do a fix on the thing that keeps my power dongle hooked up on my controller. And in the midst of disconnecting my controller, my settings got bonked and it wouldn't connect with Windows 10. So I play on my PC when I tried to reconnect. And had to finally figure out through a little YouTube troubleshooting to go upstairs to my Xbox, reconnect my controller I play with on my PC, and update the firmware. And man, it took like 2 minutes to update my firmware. So it hasn't been obviously talking to my Xbox, this controller, in about a year. So once I updated the firmware on the controller, then I could connect again. So I'm doing well. It was just kind of a crazy experience getting this updated. So we're really late. Glad you're joining us in this later time period. I don't know how long I'm gonna last. I dialed up another cup of coffee, which is probably dangerous. Probably never go to sleep tonight. But I don't have any early activities tomorrow, so my daughter wanted me to get up and watch a Premier League soccer game with her at 5:30 a.m. my time, and I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Now it's really not gonna happen. So guys, we couldn't see it behind the smoke, so it looks like we dropped a Citadel hit on the Fuso. He was going pretty slow and showing us full broadside. And North Carolina hits really hard at range. She has shells that come down at a steep angle. She'll shoot at a higher angle than most other USN battleships. I see you, dude. I just don't want to cruise in there not knowing where the DD is. I'm gonna keep my powder dry here. There he is. Try to get fire on this Benson. Spot him up for me, dude. Spot him up for me, friend. Oh, don't get torped. Any shells we can land on the Benson right now is just going to help out RDD. Here we go. We did almost 3,000. We'll take it. So our Bovoy should be at a pretty good HP advantage to gun battle him. But it looks like he's not going to try. He's going to duck and smoke. So Free Time, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great weekend. Again, this has gotten off to an interesting start. Went to dinner earlier for my wife's birthday, so that was cool. But okay, all right, we're waking up. We're waking up. Let's get in the Halloween theme. I don't have a Halloween stream template downloaded yet. I might consider doing that. Nice. Trying to compliment the team. Nice work.
Torpedoes to port.
Okay.
Reporting the target position.
We're going to get out of the range of these torpedoes. See if we can close on the Fuso. We have about 17.7 kilometer main battery range, but he's going to be able to drive out of our range, moving away from us. Let's see if he's...
All stations requesting fire on the designated
Yeah, he's very close to the border. He's going to have to come back to us. So, yep, here he comes. We know he's pinned, so we can kind of predict his positioning and movement based on where he is relative to the border. That could be good. Ah, poor shot.
Reporting the target position.
And I think we led him too far ahead on the second. On the back turrets. He turned inwards. So let's scoot up and pause here. Get him as he turns back the other way. He's going to show us broadside again. That's going to be the fatal error on his part. Let's drop some shells on him right here, hopefully. Okay, cool.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
So that will work. Let's go and help on the Scharnhorst. We've lost 2 destroyers as well, which is a bummer, but 4 destroyer game. Still 2 per side. Ooh, there, Benson is hurting. Count in next match? Okay, buddy. Ooh, that Benson is hurting. Let's come around the backside. Up a DD. We can punish this Sharn when we get in the window here. That would be good. Or catch North Carolina's bow in. Oh. I wish our DD didn't die there. I mean, it's a trade that will work, but I always hate to lose a destroyer. And which destroyer is left for them? Whoops. Not sure. Dude, these guys are eating torps left and right. Trying to watch the smoke on the North Carolina to see if he's going to change direction, which he is. We'll wait for our reload to get a little bit of progress here, then we'll throw our fighter plane up, see if we can get a spot on him. Wait, you're going to have Shimikaze? I have Shimikaze and have not played it. Just being honest. You know me, I'm not really a destroyer main, and I'm definitely not a Japanese torpedo boat main. Come on, get him. We overshot him a little bit. Looks like our DD has a fire on him and is likely to kill him. Okay, he's dead. Maybe we can slide backwards and try to hit this Weimar. It's nice. All of our guns are already in that direction. So is the Weimar still in the shop? Can I still buy it?
Torpedoes to starboard.
Hey, Bussy, how are you? It's late for me, man. I just got on. Had a little bit of a technology issue. Well, we found where their destroyer's at. We're going to eat 3 torps.
We're hull below the waterline. We're flooding quickly.
You know their destroyer is central. Fortunately, if the Weimar sets us on fire now, we're going to not be able to put it out. We're going to be in some doo-doo. Can we catch him right now broadside? That is the question.
Problem solved, sir.
We're still spotted, so that DD is likely still spotting us.
The ship is on fire.
Double fire is going to be a problem. Though if we could kill this New Orleans before we die, that would be a good thing. And there's the DD right in front of us where the smoke's at. Come on, we just need to touch the New Orleans. He just got behind cover. Damn it. We're gonna burn up. Unsatisfying finish. So when we lost our DD in this channel right here, when he decided to trade and kill himself just to get that Scharnhorst, that was a big loss because our DD is way over here in A and not spotting up anybody. So strategically, throwing your ship away to trade for a battleship that you could probably ambush without getting detected and another couple minutes later would have been a better deal. So, damn, the Weimar's overpowered. Hey, Skip, what's up, man? You're up a little late. Hope you're feeling better or feeling well. Free time, just waiting. If you saw it pop earlier, I apologize. Again, it's kind of weird, my setup. I do play through the PC so I can do more stream stuff. There's more things you can do to the stream if it's flowing from your PC to the internet than through your console. Hey, Matt Smith, how are you? I haven't missed a whole lot. I just got on. I kind of faked it. I got a post up for YouTube that said I was going to be on. Then my controller broke, and it took me an hour and a half to fix it. So I moved the stream to tomorrow on YouTube and then decided, well, I'll jump on because I'm so far behind. I'm just starting. There's no way I'll get any progress done if I don't get some stuff done tonight. So always tech issues with Xbox. That's why you moved to PlayStation is a logical choice. Yeah, probably. I mean, when it works, it's fantastic. Bussy, it's actually great. It's just the console application gets cranky occasionally. But the controller thing, I have had this controller plugged into my PC for over a year without moving it. So I think the Windows updates on the computer side got ahead of where the firmware was on the controller. So when I had to reconnect, when I had to delete and reconnect the controller, it did not like that. But I think I have it handled now. Ah, damn. We're still a ways from unlocking the third module. If we had the engine, or third upgrade, if we had the engine upgrade, we probably wouldn't have eaten 3 of those torpedoes either. Timing of that and the Weimar heading down the pike were just unfortunate. That was not an overpowered Weimar thing. That was just bad timing. Yeah, well, funny, Skip, I was watching some guy saying, well, you fix some controllers this way because I throw mine and I slam them down. Like, I don't do that to my controllers at all. I do baby them. So it had nothing to do with that. It was just, I think, software. One side got ahead of the other. And that's, I used to be a Mac person way back in the day. And that seems to be the story of Windows, right? Lack of the kind of seamless compatibility that you expected from your Apple experience early on. Though my kids have Apple stuff now, I don't. They get the expensive gear. More expensive. All right, guys, so as we talked about at the top of the stream, we're going to try to run some campaign ships from 2021. This could be punishing ourselves with Siegfried, but we are going to do the Dragon Slayer campaign reward from February 2021 as Siegfried. Then we're going to run Ochakov and Suzuya. Suzuya and Ochakov I enjoy more. And it's not that I don't enjoy Siegfried. She just suffered a really bad nerf coming down from PC where she's a tier 9. She had her bow armor nerfed to where she could be overpenned by battleship guns at her tier. That's not what happens. Of her tier on Legends, she can basically withstand battleship fire from a tier below through the bow on PC because she's tier 9. She can withstand most tier 8 battleship main battery fire through the bow. So she can go tank all around on PC. She can't do that on Legends, and that's really affected her durability and playability. Hitman said you should have stock in Microsoft. I have so many stinking controllers. I don't want to buy any new controllers because eventually we're going to get a Series X, right? Eventually. Still like, what, $800 if you can get your hands on one? Oh, sorry about that, Matt. Sorry that you got juked by my notification on YouTube. But hey, we're here. So Moist talked about when to count in. We're going to count in at tier 7 right now. We'll do 3, 2, 1, go, and then jump in. So here we go on tier 7. I'm going to keep it rolling. I'm going to go quantity over quality of games right now just to... Oh. Let's do the right thing, though. Let's get the triple ship XP booster loaded up. We need to maximize our time. All right. Now I'm ready, Moist. All right. 3, 2. What happened? 2, 1, and go. Something blipped there on the PC side again. Sorry about the wonky countdown. Oh, Streamlabs jumped in the middle of my countdown. Dang bot. That's what happened. So you had stock in Sony? Is that what you were saying? It just deleted all my chat. That is so weird. Deleted my chat history. I saw you say something, you boy, about owning stock in Sony. I should have a long time ago because everything our family owned was Sony. We had Sony TVs, radios, all that stuff back in the day when everything was made in Japan. When I was a kid, that was the big thing. Oh, if it's made in Japan, it's substandard. And then it became better than a lot of US goods when it came to electronics, especially Sony. Oh, there's the chat showed back up. Went through a stage of getting a new controller every day for a month. Oh, you mean that? I can honestly say I've never broken a controller. But it's not because I'm better than anybody else. I just usually go, and then control my arm. Oh. And this ship pulls legendary tier a ton. So we're back on Sleeping Giant, Sea Cap, other side. I definitely don't want to try to bow in at sea versus a Yamato.
All forces, capture that area.
Assuming they have at least one Yami. Yeah, one. And a Georgia.
Teammate, I need your support.
So we're going to load up. I know that's the default under the latest update. Defaults you to loading HE on a bunch of ships. So we're going to load up and shoot mostly armor piercing in this boat. We're going to try to use our mobility, play her more like a fat cruiser than a small battleship. Or a battle cruiser for sure. No, I haven't even broken one playing FIFA, Bussy, but that's probably the closest. It's especially when you're playing people, you know, live humans, and they're showing replays 18 times and all that good stuff. And FIFA does do wonky stuff where you swear you didn't pass to the person that it passed to, right? But that's not a bug, that's a feature of FIFA, right? And has been for quite a while. So you know there's no freaking way the ball went to that other person. Okay, so let's bump out and around our Alaska and Bama. Loop back. We do have at least 3 ships on the seaside. We're going to try to stay and support sea since that's where we spawn. I haven't even played FIFA for a while. Don't have 22 yet. I've worked a little bit on the app, making some cash, buying and selling players, but I just got my access cut off the app. They only give you a little bit of time. So I have to put up money now to keep doing it. Probably will soon because my older daughter likes playing FIFA now. And my younger one to some extent, too. There's a spammer. Catch him with one shell, maybe? Hey, we got one. We got two. Hey, Arcana and Archer, what's up, man? A late night streamer because I could not get my controller reinstalled. Sad story of an old guy failing with console technology hooked into his PC. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing well and have had a decent week. Been having a good time at soccer. Work is a pain in the ass right now because it's so hard to hire anybody. So we're short-staffed at work. Kind of stressful. Kind of stressful running the small business. Good grief. I wasn't spotted, was I? Freaking buffs on Alaska. I should try playing Alaska again. I like Alaska off PC much better than I have on console. Now he can actually see me. Every year you kept saying not to get FIFA. Not getting FIFA. Eventually 21 you didn't get. Yeah, I was on a Discord server with a bunch of younger guys from the UK. Just sharing trading tips and all that stuff. They were all good weekend league players and all that. And I don't play humans that much on FIFA, honestly. Because of the toxicity. I think it's gotten a little better with cutting out the number of celebrations you can do and all that stuff. But take that, Alaska. 1253 of damage. Damn it, you gotta get out of there, dude. You're gonna get pummeled when you turn. But they might be aiming at me instead. I didn't think my aim was on the Alaska. Oh, Bama knocked him good. One full pen. But anyway, I haven't played humans all that much, so less controller throwing against squad battles. Might want to be firing HE on the Yamato, but the HE on this boat is lackluster. The AP is a lot better. Bismarckish guns. Same guns, but probably not as well performing. Little bit different tuning on them. Lost track of the Alaska.
Fighter airborne.
Forgot what my main battery range is. Okay, 16.2. If we can close... Oh, there's a mass out there too. Shoot. Torpedo upgrade on Shimakaze? Ask Archer if Archer's still in chat. Archer, can you answer that question for Moist? He's about to unlock the Shimakaze in the Bureau. You have the resident expert who shows up in this stream with regard to Japanese torpedo boats. As I said, it is not me. Alright, we're going to turn the turrets to the other side. We're going to draw a crap load of fire. We need to evade as much as possible like that. Just gonna try to go dark or not fire so we break detection, but that Friesland might be actually... Yeah, I'm gonna fire. The Friesland probably is close distance and is detecting us, so if I'm pretty evasive, maybe these guys will give up on aiming at me a little bit. Both Alaskas were there. Linked out. Yeah, I figured he wouldn't give up the chance to fire at me if I showed a little broadside, but we're gonna turn away again.
Main turret critically damaged.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Come on, team. I'm gonna Siegfried going against two Alaskas, a Massachusetts, and a Yamato. What do you expect me to do over here?
Affirmative.
Skip, you're in Wisconsin. Yeah, your boy. Well, I'm in Idaho, so I'm not close to Wisconsin, unfortunately. Damn. We are thinking about doing some major, well, we are going to do a major shift on our pay scale. So, been wanting to do it for a long time, but we're just going to have to make kind of some trade-offs between offering, probably stepping in and offering full health insurance versus increasing salary and hourly range. So, lots of stuff to think about. It's never a dull moment in small business, and especially right now through the pandemic and post-pandemic, it just doesn't get any easier. Well, this is really great. We've got a situation where as soon as I show myself, I'm going to have 4 ships aiming at me. Yep. Everybody on this side. Oh, crap. We're in main battery range of the Friesland, but hopefully not for long. Yeah, Alaska. You feel good about yourself. Oh, good God. Hit from the middle, too. Team's doing a good job of sitting behind the rocks, though. Full health Richelieu. So that is the weakness of this ship. You can have some really fun games at tier or when you're top tier, but I have a really hard time pulling even or top tier games in this ship. And it is just, it's a struggle against legendary tier ships unless you have a well-organized team. And our team melted, and we had really no presence on this side of the map at all. So maybe we'll rotate back to Siegfried. Maybe we won't. I love the concept of the ship, and I think I would love it on PC where I don't own it. But difficult on Legends to play consistently. Skip is retired. That's something I wouldn't mind being pretty soon. Well, you boys, so most Americans expect if you're in a bigger company to get health insurance through their company. And that's, I worked in healthcare for a biopharmaceutical company called Amgen. So I know quite a bit about that industry. And, you know, people look down on Canada, they look down on Britain because it's universal healthcare, government mandated healthcare. You know, you're only going to get care if you're young and healthy enough to receive it, which I know isn't true, but that's what a lot of people believe. So, you know, those of us who we're in a big company and got good health insurance, and then you go out on your own and try to get your own health insurance, it's twice as expensive. And then, God forbid, you try to employ and help out people and give them health insurance too. And it's backbreaking for a small business to do so because we don't get the buying power that the big companies do. They pool together and use their buying power to get much better rates than we can get. So we have this unique local company that it's some doctors from Colorado who have a clinic in Colorado, one in Idaho. And basically for $100 a month, they offer... Oh, sorry, Moist. Anybody around want to count in? I'll do a count in. Archer, the question on Shimakaze was whether she used a torpedo reload booster on it. But anyway, I have a local company here that for $100 a month, our employees can go and get general practitioner health care like bumps, bruises, broken bones, basic... things, you know, skin issues, near ear, nose, and throat, and all for $100 a month as much as they want to visit. It's a fantastic thing. It's like a subscription service, and as much care as you want, you get it. Really, really well-run clinic. So we have that for our employees now who are managers and above, and we pay for that. So it's not full-blown catastrophic care like you get in a bad accident or you get cancer, God forbid, or something like that, but it is most of people's day-to-day needs for healthcare. All right, we're going to count in. Tier 7. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're able to offer that, but we can't bear the cost of that full-blown healthcare, health insurance, where the employer usually pays at least half of the employee's premiums. And then on top of that, try to raise our salaries at the same time. So we're going to be doing this medical subscription service we have and raise salaries to the full extent that we can. Again, looking at numbers, looking at our profit and loss statement to see how much we can squeeze out of other areas of the company to try to boost salaries as much as possible so we can keep people or even get people to sign on. Another person today just not show up for interviews, which was really, really rare in the past. Now it happens all the time. People book an interview and just don't show up. Matt Smith says they need to separate Tier 7 from Legendary, and you're absolutely 100% correct. Yeah, Matt, I'll tell you, like for my family, I think we're not sick. We don't use our healthcare all that much, and I think we pay close to $1,500 a month for our healthcare premium, and it covers maybe half the cost of when we visit the doctor. We have to pay for the other half. It's our biggest family expense. Good God, not this map again. This map is not good luck for me right now. What are we? We are not legendary tier, thank God. We're gonna sweep in and sweep back out and come back around. So yeah, being a small company, it's really hard to try to offer the things that a big company can. We've grown enough to be able to offer a lot more to our employees than we did in the beginning. We try to keep becoming more and more competitive, but we just don't have deep pockets, so it makes it a real challenge. And we're doing the absolute best that we can. Skip, I missed where your wife worked. I'll probably get obliterated going back and reading the chat, but works at home for a major company in healthcare. Had many employees leave for bigger dollars. Yeah, I mean, my wife and I made very good salaries when we worked in biotech. You know, I know why pharmaceuticals are priced so high. I know why we were able to move to Idaho and build a nice house and open our own business and do pretty well. All that I'm very thankful for, and it was because of the cost of pharmaceuticals, which are not price controlled in the US either. So, anyhow. The problems of the healthcare system seem remote until you're on your own, and then it's not so fun. Alright, we're trying to get some pressure on these cruisers playing the edge. Kill the Weimar! I'm working on a YouTube video, just like 10 tips on how to deal with HE spammers. Of which I am an HE spammer, so. It's funny, we've covered pretty much all the things you can do to not get HE spammed to death in other videos that I've made already, so it's kind of a compilation in a way. Sweet, we found a pocket where we're not getting spotted. So yeah, Matt, I mean, there's jokes in like Ted Lasso about, you know, free healthcare and stuff, and I don't think it's a bad thing at all. All these people who think, you know, centralized healthcare is bad have never been on their own trying to get their own health insurance, I'll tell you that. They've been relying on their big company to do it for them, and it's all good and well until you're out on your own. Mass is getting beat up. Let's get some fire on him. I'm gonna call for focus fire. Jump in here, see if we can grab a cap. Sweet. Okay, that's gonna help with our XP gain a lot. Do I want to use radar? Could use radar to see where that ship went, but I'm gonna save it because there's still this Akatsuki around. See if we can get in the gap and get some fire on him. Okay, He's dead.
Torpedoes to starboard.
All right, we can use our radar on some of these capital ships now. Oh, Humana Insurance, is that who she works for, Skip? Yeah, that's a big company. We're pretty much all Blue Cross here in Idaho. Blue Cross and Blue Shield dominates the market. The good thing about Obamacare, one of the good things, it didn't meet its full promise of pooling together the small people like me into better buying power, but it did bring some other competitors into our market. It's pretty much a full monopoly, which is why, another reason why my healthcare rates are so crappy. There's still not real competition in our state. Canna says here, a lot of folks complain about tier 7 legendary matchups, but it's not much different than matchmaking for every other tier. Always rough being low tiered in a match. The only difference, Arcana, for me is it's like being -2. Like a Siegfried, the way it's built in this game, going up against a Alaska or a Yamato is 2 tiers down, not 1, in my opinion, the way things are balanced. So I kind of see some tier 7 ships being -1. Oh crap. Oh crap. It's not good. It's good when we're not paying attention. What was that Wichita doing? Besides not contributing. Let's focus here for a little bit. Try to put some distance between us and the Wichita, hopefully survive long enough to go dark. I think I have 11 and change detection on this, so I've got to get further away from him. Hold fire now. I think we can break detection. So anyway, in my personal opinion, like tier 7 is the only tier that has playing up 2 tiers and down 1. So that's where I think it's different. And suboptimal. Holy cats. I knew this was going to be a sketch start to the night. It's late. I'm just wiring up on coffee. Not really even shifted into the mindset of the game yet. And we didn't get the world's greatest teammates in the first couple games out, unfortunately. Hey, General Tav, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good start to your weekend so far. We got on really late. We're trying to scramble. I have not started endurance missions at all. And we're trying to adhere to this theme of playing our campaign ships. Now we're on 2021. Let's throw some torps out in case he gets ballsy. We need to just do some damage. We're going to win this game, so I'm going to turn in where I wouldn't normally do this. This situation, but we need to rack up some damage here. So yeah, General, hope you're having a good weekend. Again, it was just technology got us off to a poor streaming start. I've been working on a YouTube video for like 4 days. Just been having a tough time keeping my motivation going on that right now. It's a lot of work. A lot of work per view right now. But it's fun. I really enjoy it. If it's helping some people, that's fantastic. But definitely not getting a crap load of views yet. It's a long haul. It's not any kind of a viral type event in World of Warships Legends because we don't have the biggest population and gaming is tough anyway. So I've been taking a break, clearing some mental space, playing some different games in my free time, which I've talked about a little bit, which playing a Mech Warrior Online, which has been fun on PC. They just released like Mech Warrior 5, I think, for console. Guys, we finished on the bottom. I told you this stream could be very sketchy with regard to results, but I'm really just bombing through games to try to get renown. So this is not going to be my best example of great gameplay tonight, so I apologize in advance. Okay, we're moving on to Suzuya in the Limit Breaker campaign. Maybe we'll hit stride here. I think we'll hit stride eventually. Unless we just bonk our head on the keyboard and get really tired on the desk. Let's see. I think she's to the left. There's Japan. Alright. So I better double check. Pretty sure it's credits. Credits. 900,000 credits. Of course I didn't get started early at all on the week when it's probably the worst goals to hit of the entire flippin' 5 weeks. Week 3, hump week's usually the hardest, right? At least when they do escalating goal sets, and that seems to be what they're doing. Okay, so we want to throw a triple credit booster. And what's good about running premiums and doing this and amping up credits and amping up global XP, which I think is the step after base XP, which is going to be really fun. Be looking forward to that. I'm going to count in, guys. Hey, Hitman. Going to count in here at tier 7. We're going to keep bombing ahead. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. And load. But we will earn some extra credits in global XP to just put in that bank for someday maybe buying Stalingrad, which I'm not sure I'm going to do. And also just credits to buy some tier 7s that we have unlocked. We have Vladivostok and almost Richelieu, and I think at least one of their tier 7 unlocked that we're not buying. Let's see. So catching up. General says, I don't mean to sound rude here, but the U.S. government probably couldn't even manage a healthcare system with how messy their budgets are. Amount of times the Navy's messed up on shipbuilding, it's awful, and all the other errors. So the thing is, General, is my dad was really ill a few years ago. I went through a year, well, actually 2 to 3 years of protracted illness with him. And then his death, and Medicare was actually, and his veterans benefits were two things that actually worked extremely well. And coming from the pharmaceutical industry here in the US, something that the power of the market is to put the power of of all the healthcare dollars into a single payer's hands. The government could bargain for better prices for all of us on care. So that's on the cost of drugs and on the cost of surgeries, visits to the doctor, all that stuff. So it's not the government running all the healthcare. Absolutely not. You're completely right. That would be a disaster. It's the government actually being in charge of paying. So being what's called a single payer. So that single payer has lots of bargaining power because they basically not have power to set rates, but to negotiate rates. It would have to be done correctly. You'd want all the specialties and different elements of the healthcare system to be able to make a fair amount of money. But right now, coming from that industry, I can just tell you that the returns are excess returns that companies make. They make more than they need in a lot of cases. And they don't want to spell that out because they wouldn't want you to know how much they're making. And again, I've had opportunities to move on to another phase of my life because of how much money I made in the pharmaceutical industry. So I have to be honest with myself and others about the benefits I had in that industry. And it was our ultimate pricing power that was a huge reason for that. Our drug was like $2,000 to $3,000 per injection. It was life-changing and life-saving in many respects, but it was also incredibly expensive. So, anywho, it's not political, it's economic. There's always going to be lots of debate about these sorts of things because it's a very complicated system. And our medical system is very, very complicated with all the different parties involved and stakeholders. And to make major changes, there's going to be someone's ox who gets gored, as we would say. So no, there's certain entrenched players who don't want major changes to happen, because it's not going to benefit them economically. All right, we've got a bunch of ships central here, so let's come across the middle of this island, see if we can get shots in out this Atlanta hiding behind B. We on the same team, Moist? I'm not even... Oh, okay, you're in the mast, so... I don't know what side you're on. Can't read the other ship icons too well. Oh, there you are. Okay, you're to my left. I'm gonna go central to try to weed out, or ferret out this Atlanta real quick. Oh, he's in open water from my angle. Just need to be able to get in a position where I can shoot over the edge of this island. Hey, tactic. Well, economics is intertwined with politics, right? In many respects. And one of our biggest line items at my old company, outside of research, was lobbying. So yes. Because nothing is completely unregulated and completely a free market economy. There's always an intersection between the political and the economic, which makes things even more sticky and difficult to navigate at times. And unfortunately, more corrupt at times as well. The company I worked for was very much one aiming at helping patients and delivering revolutionary medicine. So that was a fantastic part of the company I worked in. And again, I also had the benefits of really having a great financial benefit in the time that my wife and I were there, so I can't complain about how much healthcare costs without saying that I was a direct beneficiary of it for quite a period of time, for 14 years. Okay, Atlanta. You basically alerted me that you're out of your island hideaway.
The ship is on fire.
Thank you. Don't need kills yet, but I'll take the experience. Okay. I can go ahead and put out that fire. I don't see another immediate spam threat.
Problem solved, sir.
We have detection to break detection from that Sharn horse. Let's hold fire unless one of their destroyers closed around the edge of this island, which it looks like that's possibly what's happening. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah, one of those destroyers got around the corner, I think. That was painful. The Akkad. And we're getting detected by planes. Shite. Well, from a gameplay perspective, this isn't a time I should be streaming. But hey, what about the conversation? Oh, tactic, we were just talking about, I mean, my background's in healthcare, and we're just talking about, I run a small business, my wife and I, and it's really, really, really hard to hire employees right now. You know, we're a retail business, so we have, like, actually 4 salaried positions in our company that are very well paid and competitive, and our hourly people, we are way more competitive than we used to be. Hey, we got a target hit on torpedoes. We were just talking about, you know, the expectations of companies in the United States having to offer healthcare, which isn't the model anywhere else in the world. So we've evolved kind of on a separate track from other areas, other regions. And it's very hard for a small company like ours without deep pockets to offer healthcare and salaries that are competitive with big companies. So we have kind of a hybrid model with a local provider where there's a general practitioner subscription service that's very cool, and it's only offered in a couple states. So that's kind of our way we're getting folks access to healthcare, though not catastrophic care. And then secondarily, we're boosting salaries as much as we possibly can. But a lot of workers are just not coming back from the pandemic right now. They decided to stay home, at least for now. So a lot of businesses in our area are having to cut hours, close early, close down days of the week. We're not there yet, but we might be close. So it's just difficult and stressful. So World War II compensation meddling, was that something like with GIs coming home that was offered or something like that? Where that started? I don't actually know the history of where it originated, even though I lived in the industry. You're more of a historian than I am. All right, I could jump to Champagne, which is another 2021 campaign ship, but because we can't get it rolling right now, yet, let's play something that we feel just more comfortable in and we can make progress in. So again, we're limited amount of time for this week to knock out all of our campaign stuff. So let's go to pay fast. We're still going to need to earn credits, obviously. The hamsters are turning up in here at a little slower rate. Hey, Doug. I live in Idaho. I'm from California originally, Southern California area. Born around Pasadena area where the Rose Bowl is. My dad and grandfather trained thoroughbred racehorses, so I grew up in a town called Arcadia, where Santa Anita Racetrack is. One of the most famous racetracks in the United States, the most famous track on the West Coast. Gonna count in for anyone who is on a break between games. We'll count in, so do 3, 2, 1, go, and then hit start at tier 6 here, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. I hear the monster voices in port, and that's my night. Damage-wise. So, grew up in Southern California, went to college in Southern California, worked in Southern California for 15 years after college, met my wife there who was in public accounting. And she's from Idaho, from a rural part of Idaho, a couple hours from Boise, near Twin Falls, Idaho. So the falls are neat. There is waterfalls there, and she had always wanted to move back, be closer to her family. We found a time 15 years ago that was a good time to get out of California. And we've had a great time in Idaho. It's a very different place ideologically, but beautiful, outdoors. A great place to raise a family. Not super crowded, but now we're one of the most popular areas in the country all of a sudden. So real estate prices have gone up more in Idaho than anywhere in the nation in the last 2.5 years. It's insane. We're probably, by the analyses I see, the most overpriced market in the United States right now. So, oh, you're in Florida too? Oh, Moist, who's on the Twitch side, is from Florida. Yeah, that's an Arcadia on the other side of the country. I know Arcadia is a pretty popular name because of the lore of Arcadia. Yeah. Been to Florida to visit on multiple occasions, but as I was told Moist earlier, just Orlando, just the vacation dweller. Obviously, Florida, very unique place to live. Just watched a YouTube video the other day of some guy capturing an alligator using his rollaway trash bin. I don't know how it was at least a 7-foot alligator, and he managed to get it heading in there, tip it up, and close the lid, and then roll it down to the water behind his house and put it back in the water. Insane. I don't know how he did it. And he did it alone, without any help. Just some relative. Who is that? Is that someone I know?
Concentrate fire on the designated
Moist, you again? All right, let's win this one.
Good luck, all stations,
We're just going to do one circle here, not to get too far out ahead of our friends. We're actually going to try to think and use our brain a little bit in this game. Okay, the Nyes is going to go behind the rocks. I don't want to smoke up because I think I'd waste my smoke. But I am going to try to hit him
designated target.
before he can duck behind. Hopefully he won't be able to fire back much in return. Cheshire. I see you now, Moist. Tact says the binding of healthcare and employment had a lot to do with wage and hour growth limitations placed on U.S. industries in order to enhance the attractiveness of jobs that are added as extra benefits bundled with other compensation. That makes sense, and now it's so hard to unbundle it without completely dismantling and reconfiguring the system. But in my personal opinion, there are quite a few inefficiencies in the system. There's so many participants, so many payers, and so much complexity and lack of transparency that we as consumers pay way more than any other Western country, and a lot of Eastern ones too, for not always a better level of care at this point. All right, Moist, what is that in the smoke there? Whoops. That's probably there, Belfast. Okay. Fortunately, I don't have any targets that I can hit in my main battery range. It's likely that the DD is... Okay, it's central. Who's spotting our other allied ships here? Let's close the distance a little bit now that we know where the DD is. Yeah, not quite the same, Doug, the other end, but I've enjoyed my visits to Florida, though it's always, as I told Moist on the Twitch side, always a temperature adjustment. And we tended, in the past, to go in the October time frame, so kind of tail end of hurricane season. We've been in one hurricane. We were in Matthew. Like the first time they had shut down Disney World in like 35 years, we were there. It was pretty crazy. I've never seen people saran wrap garbage cans to trees and stuff before, so that was unique. Okay, Gneisenau's heading our way, so I think we need to kite off this edge. And we'll smoke up. Let's hope that Gneisenau gets detected by some friends. Okay, and we have some other visitors here that we can fire on. Hopefully my smoke screen doesn't obscure all my teammates. Yeah, that's my bad. And where I place that. Nice shot on the Belfast.
Enemy battleship detected.
Come on. That Gneisenau did not come through, huh? Where are you at? Well, let's see if we can get the cap. If nothing else, we're getting some caps. Yeah, I was on the pharmaceutical side, so that's where I have my experience. But I had to learn a lot about different kinds of payers and healthcare systems and all that good stuff. Shoot. We're within our smoke penalty distance, I guess. Nice to grab a fire. Okay. Take that at least. So if you're sitting in your smoke and you're within a certain amount of range and you fire your main guns, your smoke is negated by what's called the smoke penalty, and that's what happened there. I was too close to the Gneisenau when I fired. Talon. Seen a few of those around. I think Riga is the high end of the line. Talon I have on PC, and I can say for a lot of people it's not going to be their most fun experience. She has a pretty big and accessible citadel. Seaworthy Samuel. Hello, how are you? Aha, tactic, okay. Well, the insurance industry is where a lot of people's oxes will be gored, as I was talking about, if we made major changes, if we went to single payer, for instance. And I don't want to see complete industries vanish or people lose their livelihoods by any stretch. But again, there's some inefficiencies in the system that, and again, lack of transparency. It's one of the few industries where you go and buy very expensive things and they've been able to completely hide and shelter prices from consumers of healthcare for a long time. That has changed very recently, but it's still not easy to go shopping for healthcare in the United States and get a better deal, or, you know, there's not a lot of people who are feeling empowered and educated to make decisions like that. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay, Samuel. It's good to see you. I was thinking about you the other day. I mean, I haven't been streaming as much, and obviously not as much in my old time slot of kind of 10 to midnight. So I was wondering how you were doing. Hope everything's going well. The wheels are on the wagon for us. This conversation on healthcare just got started with talking about it's hard keeping employees and finding employees and getting younger employees to even show up to interviews right now. So it's a very interesting time. I would say owning a small business is never boring, but it's definitely even less so right now. So I'm able to get ourselves a great position. We're gonna fire and risk being spotted, and now we're gonna have to use smoke.
Smoke generator started.
Probably gonna get killed by this bombard. Just too many ships sitting central here. We'll turn into his shots. Pray for overpens.
Smoke screen set.
So I've not been able to settle into a good pocket. Belfast, you kind of want to have enemy ships coming into your area, close to your smoke, so you can sit in the full extent of your smoke screen and wail away on setting ships on fire. And now again, I'm going to have no targets. Let's load AP on the Talon. Let's
All stations, proceed to capture that area.
notify our teammates to keep eyes on the
reporting the position
Talon.
of a strategic target.
Hey, Throw, you're in the Knives now?
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
In this game? Should be able to Citadel him if he gives us full broadside. He's gonna likely kill us first. Pull up. Oh, he radared us too. Ugh. Alright, I can't say the last time I had like 3 or 4 games under 50,000. But I warned you guys when I started. This is what it was going to be like. And this is what happens when you get just in mission mode. I do my very best and get my best results even when I'm playing for objectives of missions, when I'm just trying to play and not gripping about making progress on endurance or shakedown trials. Your wheels are square, Samuel. It feels like that a little bit lately. Stay premium. We're going to stick with premium ships this time, you guys, as we've grinded so much line stuff over the last couple campaigns that, again, I just have ships to buy that I can't afford right now. Holy cats. I should jump in and play Atlanta, but the way it's going and the fact that I'm tired, we'll do it. We'll do it. Hopefully law of averages are we'll have a better game at some point. Atlanta's my best credit earning ship, so. And I'm just gonna load in Moist. I don't want you to have to wait for me or have me as your anchor. Just gonna play right now. Less thinking. Less stinking thinking, more playing. White line admiral, Skip. Are you talking about border huggers? Yeah, we've had a little difficulty here with organized team play. That's not making it any better. We haven't been contributing to the level that we normally contribute either. See if we can change that. And complex topics are taking up a good chunk of my brain space right now. All right. Are we top tier? Holy crap. A lot of cruisers. We'll have to watch out for that.
Action stations.
Couple Weimars in every village. So let's try to concentrate and play this through. We'll go to ACAP. That's the side we're spawning on. So we're generally going to keep a balanced deployment here by going to the side we spawn nearest. So let's support our destroyer at this cap, the Gade.
All forces, provide cover for that
I'm
target.
going to signal that just so he knows that I'm likely hanging in his area. We have some decent island cover here on Trap at A as well. And with Atlanta's gun arcs, we can fire over some of this higher terrain, whereas other cruisers can't as easily.
Enemy battleship detected.
We're just going to wait to fire until we get a little closer to cover or until these guys fire themselves. So the Legal went ahead and fired, so probably can make the edge of this island before he gets a complete reload. Everyone wants to kill the Atlanta, though, so get the Friedrich selected. So we're already being shot at. There's a fire! Yep, everyone's shooting at us.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
This will make no sense if I have a better game in Atlanta. I shouldn't be able to hit anything in this ship if I tire. It's definitely a lot more difficult to lead your aiming properly. Second fire. All right. Is that one that's going to stick? Nope. We have two ships that it looks like they use damage control. Okay, the Zara's here too. So got at least 3 enemies here. Got a BB drawing fire. It's a Synop. If that Synop stays broadside, he's not going to be durable. If he were to bow into these guys, or at least take a kiting angle away if he doesn't want to go in, that's fine. But he doesn't want to stay broadside to everybody. That's like the least effective way to utilize Synop. Ugh, dang it. Prince Idol Friedrich is obscured by his guy's smoke.
Enemy battleship detected.
You gonna put that fire out again, my friend? You're not able to this time?
Enemy cruiser sighted.
When you're playing a cruiser and you're trying to set fires, you just like to monitor how quickly the battleships put fires out. They put their first fire out, you wait about 15-20 seconds, and you can set that enemy ship on fire again. Oh my, he got citadels on us because he has lower caliber guns. Holy cats. Usually going broadside in Atlanta to a battleship is a good course of action, because you'll get overpens, but that Prince Idol Friedrich has really crappy guns, so he didn't overpen. Good shot on his part, for sure. Give credit where credit is due, but the caliber of the guns has something to do with that. I'm gonna kite away and try to eliminate the La Galissoniere. Tact, if he's here, will tell you that there's a kill. The sister ship of La Galissoniere was going to be converted into an aircraft carrier by the Germans. My favorite, one of my favorite ships to cross. She actually was converted into a higher class anti-aircraft cruiser after the war when she was captured back. Interesting ship history with DeGrasse. We're living a little dangerously here. Eat some torps, Tennessee, and then maybe we can set a fire. We twist. Okay. Successfully wiggled. The Tennessee ate multiple torpedoes, so there's a very good chance he damage controlled. So because of that, we want to get some fire on him right now and maybe set a fire that will burn for the duration of his damage control party. Yep, it's stuck. It's got a fire on his butt that's sticking. Second fire would be even better. Come on. Get him. We're down 2 ships again, though. Ugh. Atlanta doesn't have the best fire chance. Yeah, especially if you're running equilibrium of power on your commander. I think I took that off because I was trying to set fires the other day for the last week's mission set. I was using Boise, and I set like 19 fires in a Boise game. With my main man, Norman Scott, I took off equilibrium of power and put back fully packed. That'll probably show up if we're close to an enemy or one of our allied ships. So that gets your fire chance back up a little bit. But the shell caliber is not really high, so the lower the shell caliber in HE, the lesser the fire chance. Hey Moist, have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to be back on tomorrow and be semi-lucid. And actually making some progress on my goals. So, hey, have a great one. Thank you for coming by. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, let's turn inside of our battleship. We have 2 out of 3 caps. We're only down 1 ship. Fortunately, we lost our destroyer. Be very beneficial if we could take this DD out. Incremental improvement. Yeah, it was, I think you're right. Tactic. It was just supposed to be kind of a extension of the same class. But then I guess there was the complete redesign. I don't think anything was really the same with her from her original design, but her hull with regard to what they did in her post-war version. Who else was in her class? I think in her new class. Trying to remember. I know one of the ships that's in PC and was on the splash screen for Arena wound up being in the same class as her, I think, with her refitted version. And I'm too damn tired to remember the ship because I don't own it on PC. Still floats. Enemy DD was around this cap. Let's see if we get spotted. Yeah. If we get spotted, we'll use our radar. Maybe we can catch this guy out. I don't know if this Nuremberg is spotted or not. Oh, the DD's in B, most likely. The cap was turning. Nuremberg, you should cap C, dude. Why are you not capping C? There he is. There he is. Had to guess. Guessed wrong. As far as where his initial turn would be. Oh my gosh, can you bracket him more? God.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
So I don't know why our cruiser, our Nuremberg here, did not cap this cap, but we'll take it. Hang here till this turns and try to start getting back towards the middle. Oh, our Weimar is on fumes. This will be a tough one to pull out. We have very low hit points.
Battle ends in 5
And I
minutes.
don't know where this guy's going. And we have a Fuso who's sailing out to sea. Hey, we've at least done a little bit better. We have 3 kills. We don't have a huge damage total, but doing what we could do for a change. I'll have to look it up, tactic. It was the revised DeGrasse. I think it was the one built after her, but it was the same class of French anti-aircraft cruiser. And the first arena mode had her on the splash screen. I'm pretty sure it's the same boat. So we were thinking, oh, we're going to get that ship because she's on the splash screen for arena. And then it didn't wind up materializing. Can't believe this Aoba didn't see us sooner. Sneak in here. Who's spotting us? We just turned into that battleship, hoping to do that exactly. Battleships don't always expect you to turn into their fire. A lot of times they think a cruiser will shy away, so they aim on an outward trajectory from your current position versus inside. Okay, there's someone really close. It's probably like their Weimar. It's probably the Zara. We do have torpedoes. Stay in the cap, huh? Colbert, that's it. Thank you. God, that was killing me. I kept thinking Kleber, and I know it wasn't Kleber. Colbert, yes. That was gonna drive me nuts. Sweet looking ships, actually. I mean, I love DeGrasse's looks anyway. Do we wind up turning? Now we're just gonna contend B. Come on. Problem is, I don't really have the hit points to go up against this Sarah. Come on, I'm a freaking Atlanta. I should be shooting down his spotter plane. Easier than that. Question is, can we duck around the corner, radar, and then torpedo him? You think it's a different class? I thought it was the same. And I may be vegging, but I thought it wound up being the same class as the revised DeGrasse. But I could be totally wrong, too. DeGrasse had an interesting enough history. Where is this guy? My torpedoes are really short range, so I could torp the edge of the island thinking maybe he's chasing me around the mulberry bush, but I don't have much reach with the torpedoes, so I really want to get visual on him or be able to use radar. Well, we might as well use it because... yeah, there he is. We're just playing Ring Around the Rosie. Yeah, I could have used sonar too. You're right, Archer. How about hydroacoustic? How about now? Oh, his plane recharged. And I just can't get it over the rocks. Atlanta's gun arcs do flatten out pretty good once you get close enough to stuff. Which is why you catch a destroyer somewhere between 6 and 8 kilometers. They're relatively easy to hit with Atlanta. Well, that was a better game for us. But yeah. I think we're 2 down on our mission chain. Oh, so sad. Let's see. Yeah, we're on 5,500 base XP. All right, guys. I probably have a couple games left. I'm already void of brain. So let's see. Base XP, it's not going to matter with boosters. Let's go back to North Carolina. We had a good game in North Carolina, but we had a team that didn't cap objectives, so we wound up losing on points, even though we're quite ahead on ships. We're just trying to grind North Carolina to get the 3rd upgrade. We're trying to get the improved engine. Improve the mobility of this boat. Might be switching out one of my modifications too from the damage control to the rudder shift module. I like North Carolina's inherent mobility, and I have buffs on the turret rotation speed, so I can keep the turrets pretty well on target even while I'm turning. And I like that playstyle in North Carolina. Doesn't have great side armor, but it's not as long as Iowa. And if you use the mobility to your advantage, you can keep showing your broadside to relatively limited windows of time if you run a mobility-ish build, which is how I have her built on PC. Not quite the same here on Legends.
Battle starts.
Anybody else playing any different games besides ships right now? Except I've been playing a few. Mech Warrior Online has been fun. Even though it's an old game, it's kind of having a resurgence of late. Been trying some of the New World, the new MMO from, unfortunately, Amazon Game Studios. One of my biggest competitors in my business as well. Get into a whole nother side of the business we chose to go into. For our own business, we get to compete against Amazon every day. But it's been a fun experience, a very interesting game. I've not played a true MMO ever. Played some RPGs, going all the way back to Ultima on my Commodore 64, which really dates me. And Skyrim, but not Elder Scrolls Online, so just kind of PvE Skyrim. Dude, I'm gonna need to turn, so. Someone has it spotted up centrally. Gonna complete my turn a little bit before fire. I don't want to be showing full broadside to the mass. Though he looks AFK. Let's give it a shot. No, he's got engine smoke. So we'll turn back around. change our angle. Try to get guns on this turpets and be kind of bow into the mass and somewhat angled to the turpets before he can fire on us. We'll change our speed. Let's slow down, see if we can throw his aim off.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Gonna aim up on the superstructure of the turpets. We're actually gonna hold our ground right here. Oh crap. There's the Fiji, guys.
Requesting fire on
We are in torpedo range from the Fiji. Down 2 ships already. That's stellar. Damn it. He's going to get behind the rocks before I can fire on him. And we know he's launched torpedoes.
fighter airborne.
We're going to try to back up.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Slowly. He might have thrown his torpedoes at our DD. God, another
The
DD
enemy
dead.
team has taken the lead.
Compounding on top of being tired myself, our team play has not been very organized. I've had so many good nights in Legends lately, it's due to even out. There's a good salvo on the turpets. Even though he's slightly angled to us, if you aim on the superstructure of German battleships, you tend to get very good damage. The turtleback armor scheme works really well if you're in close in a German battleship and they try to fire at your armor belt. Not so good at distance. DD is spotting us. Let's expect the Fiji maybe to come out this edge. This is not ideal. We're taking fire spam.
The ship is on fire.
We need to use damage control. Okay, broke detection. Since we broke detection, I'll keep drifting backwards. The way I have this ship built on PC is using concealment module as well, which is available on any battleship on PC. So you can get the detection on this ship down to about 12 kilometers. Which is pretty damn good for a battleship, but obviously they're only giving certain battleships concealment module on PC. Started with the Japanese battleships. I'm not sure who else has it. I know that DD's spotting us again, so gonna risk showing a little bit of broadside to the Massachusetts and try to get on this left side of this island to avoid any torpedoes coming in this gap and also get guns turned on the Fiji. You play Sea of Thieves free time? I've heard good things about that. And that's technically an MMO, right? It's been so long. I mean, I've never played World of Warcraft or anything like that, so it's just very interesting. And this new world has, I guess, some unique qualities as far as MMOs go. The play style, the model, or the like earnings models, the economy, the leveling system is all kind of unique. So it's been fun. Oh my gosh, really? The dispersion on North Carolina is not the greatest.
Get back. Fighter airborne.
Get back? What do we, what's the point at this point? This is another sad game. Sea of Thieves on console. Free time. New World is PC, and MechWarrior Online is PC.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Okay, Massachusetts. Try to bow into him. I know that Fiji's going to be coming out from behind here, so I'm trying to get my turrets turned around. He'll be hitting us from behind. Hey, Salty Joey, thank you so much for the follow. And thank you for following on a night where we're not playing our best. We got on really late. We had technical troubles getting the stream off the ground tonight. But appreciate you following and joining in, checking out the stream. We're just trying to grind our endurance missions tonight and doing it slowly. On a good night, we usually burn through things pretty quickly if we're using premium ships and using some boosters, but it has not been so kind tonight. Number one is our own play. Number two is our teams. And
Torpedoes, direct
oh
fire.
crap, there's the DD. And this is where we don't have the benefit of the upgrade on mobility.
All breach. We're taking on water quickly.
Bummer. He wasn't spotted. Had really no idea where he was. Stupid Fiji's hitting us from behind. He won't even show himself. Can we kill the Weimar before we die? Weimar, don't run.
Sir.
Our other battleship is running towards the back of the map. Ah, we hit, but we overpenned the Weimar. It's close to death. All right, let's try something else. Xbox and PC for Sea of Thieves. All right, we're just going to keep rolling. We're on a base XP step right now. So again, boosters don't matter. Premium ships are going to earn a little bit of a boost over your regular line grind ships. Your tech tree ships. Let's run something like Boise. This might be our last game, we'll see. We're getting a little more in tune. This is not making any sense. We're getting a little better as we're getting more and more tired. We normally try to do some commentary as we play along on stream. Just give you a sense of what moves we're making, what we're thinking through as we face these different situations. It's a little slower brain tonight. I do play more solo than divisioned, especially catching up lately on campaigns. My time to play is very limited. I have 2 kids. I coach soccer. We run our own business, so try to do some content creation on YouTube and streaming. And I wish each day was like 36 hours long. It would be nice. I could use all that extra time, actually. We're not top tier again. Been low tier more often than top tier tonight as well. Which isn't making it any easier. But anywho, we do run quite a bit of solo just to get in and out of games quicker. Divisions are great. Archer's been in tonight. Seaworthy Samuel's been in tonight. Arcana's been in tonight. Some of my favorite div mates. Hopefully someday we'll get crossplay, so some of you guys on PlayStation, we can actually play together as well. But of late, we've just had a harder time finding free time to grind during the week to get ahead of things. Honestly, I haven't even played any of the Halloween stuff yet. I've done it all on PC, so I don't have like FOMO. I'm not so worried about getting a tier 3 battleship for free that I won't have a ton of time to play anyway. So, but it's a fun mode if you have a chance to play it. Can be frustrating too, though. Early 2045, Bussy. No kidding. They keep pushing it back, don't they?
I need
Intelligence data.
First, it was the pandemic, and it was the contractor that they're working with being affected by the pandemic, and then
That area.
technically challenging, which I believe. That's actually the feature that I think will enable and make things like, what is that, Leningrad? Sorry, not a Leningrad. That's a Nelson. Just, nope. Not the camo I was expecting. Not a Leningrad, a Lenin. Just looked at the turrets quickly. The crossplay is going to be a key addition to enable things like some endgame content like clans. That's why I'm anticipating and hoping for it. Yeah, there is a Weimar in every village. Fight fire with fire, as they say. We just missed him. He's gonna turn behind the pagoda. Yeah, you got on fire, Weimar! Oh my. Who whacked us so hard? I'm kind of casually showing broadside wanting to hit that Weimar. Maybe it was the Sharn. Boise does have a generous repair party, but you don't get to repair nearly as much damage from Citadel hits, so that's why there wasn't a ton of gray bar that we could repair in that situation. So you can only heal back about 10% of your Citadel damage, and a lot more of your fire damage, obviously. Hey, Jacoso. Oh, that's a bot. That's a bot. That says the latest one they had. To me, personnel working on crossplay to start work on the new generation console stuff. Okay. I can see that. If the new generation consoles are available. Sure, one day they will be available, right? Given enough time. Oh, I don't really want to be sitting out here in the open when the Sharn horse gets me in visual spotting range. Like now. Oh, we might have a meat shield here for a second, though. But he pushed us. Firing the Zara. Mr. Iowa rubbed us from behind. Don't take that the wrong way. Yeah, crossplay will be a really, really welcome thing. I know there's many people that I interact with on stream or in their streams. We've been talking about that for well over a year. Without clan content and crossplay, I don't think this game will live nearly as long as it could. So I hope they get that ironed out. It's something that never came to tanks with regard to the clan functionality. And as we move to the new generation consoles with more power, more storage, hopefully it will be even more likely that they'll be able to build that stuff out. Where's Zara going? Oh, he's backing up. Is he gonna hit the island? Yep. Unfortunate for him. Aim behind him. Just behind him. Just missed the kill. We finally have a team that's gonna help get us our first win bonus. Which obviously helps a ton during mission challenges to get that extra 50% on experience points and credits. I don't think we've gotten it once yet tonight. I don't know that we've won a game. Checking. Yeah, they're... the DD is out here. So we'll go through this center section. We definitely would like to help with that. He's way out there, though. Miyoko should have some fire on him. Play some island slalom here. What are you guys firing at? They seem to be mainly clustered around the A cap. So we'll go through this gap. We'll follow the Nelson.
Our victory is
Is the Nelson naked, not running camo? Why would you have a Nelson that has no camo on it? I don't understand. It's a premium ship. Comes with a premium camo. Unless I'm missing something.
Capture that area.
Akatsuki's gone down. This should be a relatively easy mop up now with just battleships. And not much, well, only one cruiser support ship. Oh my. Shores down before our shells could even land. Okay. They're all on the far edge. Sending multiple battleships on the west side of A is not an easy strategy to win on this map. Such an isolated lane out there, channel out there. You take your ships that far wide, you're not going to be getting shots on the center of the map even because of this island cover. And secondarily, you're not influencing the middle or the other side of the map at all. So it's not a great strategy unless you're going to completely push through and not stop the entire way. High arcing guns to lead out the Bismarck substantially. Hopefully we don't hit the island here. Just behind him. Gonna get a cap. Caps are great for experience points. There we go. Watch out for the Amagi's guns.
In 5 minutes.
Pusher, we can use a little of this island cover. That is if he doesn't kill us. Amagi's a good ship. Very good main battery guns. Just weak side armor. Not a great brawling battleship. Just gonna aim up above the waterline or the armor belt. Stole a kill there, setting him on fire. Let's jet to A, see if we can do anything with regard to grabbing A. If their battleship runs, we might have time to secure it. See if we can get some blind fire in on him. I don't think he can shoot us over this rock. I think his guns are too low of an angle. He's headed on a sideways angle. He's gonna die. Yep, he did. Well, we got a better base XP off that battle. 1700. Oops, where's our... What is our progress endurance trials here? We're about halfway through, so that's not terrible. Last couple games were a little better with regard to individual performance. All right, let's run one more with the heavy XP hitter. Atlanta. This will be the last game, folks. Last game should have been the first game. Hey, Pixel, how's it going? Good to see you. You're turning in? I should be turning in. I should have turned in. Ah. Too late, you boy. Sorry about that. I've just been so pitiful tonight, play-wise, Pixel. But I got on an hour and a half later than I wanted because I had technical problems and bulked up on coffee, and that didn't help. Generally isn't going to help, right? So I said at the start it could be very, very bad. And then we got into a deep philosophical conversation about economics and healthcare. So I didn't have the brain power to engage in stimulating discussion and pay attention at the same time. So we have been ramping up, though. It doesn't make any sense. The more tired we get, the better we're playing.
General quarters.
Yeah, it's 1:30 a.m. for me. It's weekend, so I don't have an early football game or anything to coach tomorrow morning. My daughter plays at 3 p.m., so I can sleep in a little bit of extra time. But yeah, later than when I'm normally like at my peak performance.
Enemy force detected.
Okay, let's see if we can use some of this island cover to our advantage. And Atlanta's high arcing guns allow us to fire from spots that other ships can't. Only bummer is she's very easy to see. She's small, she shouldn't in real life be very easy to detect, but it's kind of her balancing function. Oh, there's Georgia. I'd really like it if I had smoke right now, if I were in a Flint. Just gonna turn away, try to skedaddle behind this island here.
Enemy battleship detected.
Georgia's not immediately turning his turrets on us, so if we stay broadside to him, he most likely would overpen us with those massive guns. So hopefully we can get some stuff started here and then hide behind this island. Break detection, good. Oh, we're a little too close. Oh god, there's another one. Never mind. Accelerate. Ooh, DD. Low Yang. Maybe the first Low Yang I've seen in game. Low Yang gonna hit the island? Be aimed. Dang it. Right in front of him. Come on, get him. Just couldn't quite pull it off there on the
The
edge.
ship is on fire.
Okay. Back to the
Problem solved,
Georgia.
sir.
Georgia's still engaging the other battleships, which is kind of a mistake. He'd be better served to be getting cruisers out right now. But we'll take it. Given that he had shots on me probably the whole time I was engaged with the Low Yang and the other Georgia. Kill the cruisers and the destroyers first, people. Especially if you complain about fire spamming. If you have a chance to take out a fire spammer, you should do it. What is this Georgia doing? Okay, he's going forward now. He's going to stay broadside to this Georgia. Unless he citadels us, he's going to overpen us. Be awesome if we could take out their Lo Yang right now. Okay, that's important. That's one of their 2 destroyers. That's a big help to the team, so it's about the best thing team-wise we can do right now. Could drop shots over this island. Oh god, he's close. I'm not gonna fire at that Georgia immediately. So he doesn't necessarily start firing at us too. I've already got one who's angry. Evaded the Lo Yang's torpedoes. The dead Lo Yang, we might add. We have 1 fire. And now this Georgia's kind of given up on shooting at us. The other guy is, though. It's not the Georgia. It's a cruiser. It's the Chapayev. Life would be kind of easy right now if the Chappie was not here to worry about. Oh. Gotta get a turn initiated and kite this corner. So there's a battleship coming out there. That Georgia's fast. He's probably using his speed boost. There's a fire. Knew he was there, so we're gonna try to turn away. Shoot. Gave him too much angle. That's why I was able to citadel us. Should have just gone completely flat broadside to him. That was an error. He was able to put that fire out. You're more likely to get a citadel hit in Atlanta when you're angled away, as we have been.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Team is not carrying again. Team is not carrying me tonight either. At this point, there's no reason not to just keep firing, though. Hey, Tiger Terrorist 79, thank you for the follow, my friend. Thank you for the follow tonight when we've not had our best night. But had a little upswing in our last 3 games here, but started extremely slow. So thanks for checking out the stream and for following. Our streams go out to Twitch and to YouTube, and we have a pretty good library of content building on YouTube with regard to tips and tricks as well on Legends. Been playing Legends since Alpha and been playing PC World of Warships since, well, let's see, 6 years from now, going back, 2015. It's crazy. Crazy it's been that long. Chappie's gonna kill us. Chappie should kill us. Thank you for the follow. All follows are very much appreciated. Hope you get something beneficial out of the stream on a night when I'm not a zombie like tonight. Oh. Okay, we'll hold fire now. I mean, unfortunately, it's 3 ships to 4, but we do not have a cap advantage. Don't have a positional advantage right now either. I'm going to let these guys get all teed up on this Georgia, and then I'm going to fire on them from the location over here where they'll have to turn their guns to me. Oh. Now they don't have to do that because he's dead. Cruiser life is not as fun when they don't have any other targets to shoot at. Maybe our fire will stick. At least he only has 6 guns, right? Shells with a much bigger mass than Yamato in real life. But they don't have as good a penetration on Legends.
Enemy battleship detected.
I'm gonna turn into the fire. I think this is gonna be it for us right here. No, we evade. Do we evade the Chappie? Yes. 437 hit points. They so badly want to kill us. Can't shoot him through the gap. Can we drop it over this island? This is the beauty of the arcs, the gun arcs. Not easy to hit at range, but you can hit people in some very surprising locations.
5 minutes.
Who's spotting us? Where I was getting spotted, just through that little gap between the 2 bits of that island. Come on. Losing my aimer. Now we're spotted by a plane. Stop firing, but it's not going to do any good with this plane so close. It's George's plane. Well, we extended that game to 60,000 damage. Unfortunately, we're just not getting any first win bonuses because it's been a bloodbath team-wise. Just made my own tiredness compounded. Well, that's going to be it for games tonight, guys. Hey, Tiger, thanks for the follow, as well as... what's the other... Let me go on my other area here. Salty Joey as well. Thank you so much for the follows, you guys. Hopefully you can join us for a stream again. Or again, our YouTube page is VannKraken Gaming on YouTube. And there is some helpful content there if you're not a complete World of Warships expert, in my opinion, and in the opinion of the folks who've left comments. So check that out if you have a chance. Hey, Bussy, I'm sorry I'm so tired and the gameplay hasn't been great, but it's really fun seeing you. Thanks to Arcana, thanks to Archer, thanks to Moist Dumplings. Guys in the regular chat, Pixel Mug, Matt, Doug on the YouTube side, make it fun and engaging for me, even when my play is not where I want it to be. But this is about fun and interaction and having some time enjoying gaming, right? You can't let yourself live or die by your game results. You're supposed to have fun in the process. So that's what we've tried to do tonight, even though the results aren't where we want them. So we'll hop back on hopefully tomorrow night around 10 p.m. Mountain Time, US, and try to get more work done. I might jump on during the day and just grind out some games and get caught up a little bit, because we've only got, 2 more days in the weekend, and we have a substantial amount of mission progress to complete. But made some progress tonight, but it helps when you get wins. And that was not happening tonight. So thank you very much, you guys. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you back in chat, I am VannKraken, and I am out. Good night.